Hello, brothers of Alpha Kappa Psi. I hope 2024 is going well for all of you out there, whether it's in your professional career or in your academic pursuits. My name is Corey Reddy. I am the fraternity president of Alpha Kappa Psi, and I come to you today seeking a second term as fraternity president from 2024 until 2026. Before I get into the agenda of what our future will look like together, I want to start off by thanking every single person who has made this journey as wonderful as it has been for me as your fraternity president. It's been an absolute honor and a privilege to be your president these last 2 years, and it's something I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life. So thank you to everyone that put me here, gave me the skills to be a successful president, believed in me, and went on this journey with me since 2022. Before looking into the future of AKSI, I want to talk a little bit about what Alpha Kappa Psi has accomplished over the last 2 years. So if we look at our pure initiation numbers over the last 2 years, we've actually increased the number of initiates by 322 new brothers year over year. So our chapters are doing what they need to do. They have the leadership and the guidance and the presence on their campus to attract these new brothers, raise them through the pledging process and initiate them as principal business leaders. We are trending in the correct direction for that. The number of chapter closures that we've had across AKSI has decreased. We went from 13 chapters closed from 21 to 22 to 12 chapters closed in 22, 23. And at the time of this recording, we currently have 2 chapters closed during the 23-24 academic year. So we're trending in the correct direction there. We're reducing the amount of closures year over year, which is what we need to see in AKSI. As a management team, and as a fraternity, we've restructured the management team in a way that better suits the needs of our students and our volunteers. This is the first major restructure of Alpha Kappa Psi's management team in about 40 years. And through that process, we've been able to identify the skill sets of qualified, amazing volunteers, put them in places where they can succeed, and overall increase the student experience to make it more positive for everyone involved. Our expansion efforts have started up again over these last 2 years. We rechartered the Xi Omicron chapter at the University of Texas San Antonio and the Beta Eta chapter at Duke University. And currently right now we have multiple chapters in the making at multiple campuses all around the world. And on a personal note, I've had the privilege of talking to 107 chapters at the time of this recording, either virtually or in person, and bringing AKSI to their front door. One of the pieces of feedback I was given prior to being elected president is that many of our chapters feel a disconnect between the chapter of AKSI versus the fraternity at large. And I wanted to help bridge that gap and help build those relationships so you all understand the resources and relationships that are out there that are there for your betterment and there for the overall success of all of us involved in AKSI. AKSI is a relationship-heavy organization, and without that knowledge, none of us can succeed in our role. And when I look to the future, I want to continue building those relationships. I want to continue being an advocate for all sides of AKSI. I've had the pleasure over the last 2 years to work with student chapters, with chapter advisors, with the board of directors, with fraternity staff, with the Commonwealth Leadership Alliance, with the foundation, with the management team, all of these pieces that work together in AKSI to make AKSI function. And when it comes to the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats across the board, the fact that I've been able to get knowledge and insight from all of those sides of AKSI and represent them in conversation means I'm the most knowledgeable individual of what our fraternity is facing and what each one of us individually will need to do to make AKSI successful. When I'm talking to student chapters, I think about how do I bring the board's direction to them. When I talk to the board, I think about what do our students need based on the challenges they're facing in their on their campuses. All of that combined for a ideal scenario where I can reference any one part of AKSI and use it to further our overall goals across the board. The role of the fraternity president is not to create new programming. It's not to introduce anything new. It's to enforce the strategic direction of the board of directors and work with fraternity staff and the management team to make that happen. But on my end, I can advocate for the needs of any one of those groups based on the experiences that I've had with you all over the last 2 years and that I will continue to have with you over these next 2 years. So once again, thank you for your time. Thank you for allowing me to be your president over the last 2 years. And I look forward to seeing everything that we will accomplish together from 2024 to 2026.